stupid fool. Did you really think you gonna hit me? Huh? Bam, bam, bam! Over.
Lomachenko versus Tank Davis. Lomachenko versus Tank Davis.
One guy who I have the biggest respect for is Floyd Mayweather, Jr. Yeah. And Floyd has told us and told the public that he doesn't believe that Davis is ready to fight Lomachenko. He said that. Now, if he changed his mind, why not? We'd sit down with him. We certainly would. But again, Floyd is a very astute boxing guy, and I tend to agree with him that Gervonta Davis, a very good fighter, doesn't have the experience to face a master like Lomachenko. Now, if Floyd changes his mind and says, okay, go ahead and do the fight, Lomachenko said that he would go down to 130 pounds, which is probably the best weight for Davis. So we're all in for that fight.
What about Mikey Garcia? Are you still interested in that fight, or do you think that fight has lost its luster?
Mikey Garcia agrees, wants to retain his BC title, and stays at 135 pounds, we would do that fight in a second. In a second. But he has to, we're not fighting him at 140, we're not fighting him at a catch weight. He should stay at 135. WBC will let him retain his title, and Lomachenko will have 2 titles, Garcia with 1, and we make that fight a unification, 3-title unification. Of course, we've said that continuously, but Mikey hasn't said, and I give him credit because he doesn't know. It's going to be very difficult for Mikey to get down to 135 once he goes up like he did.
Vasile is getting frustrated that he can't get Tank and Garcia in the ring with him.
Well, if you see the checks that he's getting, I don't think he's going to be frustrated.
And lastly, too, Bob, you know, at lightweight, you get older quicker at lightweight, it seems. Not a lot of guys dominate at lightweight in their 30s. Lomachenko's doing just that. How much longer do you think Vasile can be as good as he is right now?
5 to 6 years, remember. It's not necessarily your age, but how you've lived your life. And Loma lives an extraordinary clean life, very disciplined, very athletic, and he's never had a drink in his life. That really affects longevity. So if you look at other fighters and their careers were fewer years, a lot of those fighters took a drink now and then, didn't take care of themselves. Nobody takes care of himself better than Vasile Lomachenko.
And lastly, do you think Teofimo Lopez wants the Loma fight, and that's what we wind up, because he said that he wants the fight this year, but you said the Super Bowl sounds good. Next year for the Super Bowl.
Well, fight this year, fight next year. It's a 3-month difference. Doesn't change the world. And Teofimo Lopez is such a character that when we signed Tyson Fury, the father called me up and said, I want to match Teofimo against Tyson Fury.